Hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name's Amy. I'm an Administrative Services Manager here at Bagot. I have a feeling that my screen just flashed and that I just started going live, but oh well. Anyway, hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today is World Food Safety Day. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. I love food. It should be easy for me to say, right? World Food Safety Day. And according to fightback.org, that's fightbacteria.org, basically, there are 4 kind of core practices to food safety to keep us from getting ill when we eat our favorite foods. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. Those are the 4 main ones. So of course cleaning is going to mean, rinsing your fruits and vegetables and things like that, but it's also washing your hands for at least 20 seconds anytime that you've handled food or pet your dog, or of course use the restroom. Please wash your hands after that. That should be known. Changing diapers, any of that. So washing your hands, but at least 20 seconds is kind of the key there. It's also washing your cutting board, your dishes, your utensils, and your countertops with hot soapy water after preparing each item. So if you do one item, you should wipe everything down before moving on to the next item. They also recommend considering using paper towels to clean up your kitchen surfaces. Often we put those cloth towels out there and they sit out there forever and we don't wash them. So if you are using cloth towels, just make sure that you're washing them regularly and in the hot cycle, because that keeps them cleanest. And as I mentioned, of course, rinsing your fruits and vegetables, but they do recommend even rinse the ones that have skins that you aren't going to eat, or rinds that you aren't going to eat. So your oranges and your bananas and your potatoes, even if you're peeling them, those kinds of things need to definitely be rinsed. And use one of those vegetable scrubbers also. Separate. Don't cross-contaminate your foods, all right? Especially raw meat and poultry. Those need to be prepared completely separately. Even they recommend packaging them separately when you're bringing them home from the store. So don't put your eggs in the same bag as you do your raw meat and poultry, or even your fruits and vegetables. Don't use the same cutting board for those kinds of things. And never ever place cooked meat on any type of surface that you've had raw meat on. So, because that's just, ew, and you're just asking for it there. Of course, cooking. You want to cook everything to a safe temperature. Maybe you're not sure what that is. There's this great thing called Google that you can find out. If you have one of those little machines in your house that you can ask questions to, you can do that. Keep a food thermometer around. Don't stick your food thermometer into different raw foods. Don't use it in your raw food and then stick it in your cooked food without making sure that you wash it thoroughly. Also, roasts and steaks should be a minimum of 145 degrees. Poultry should reach a minimum of 165 degrees Fahrenheit with a food thermometer. So just looking at it, not always the best way to tell. Using a thermometer is definitely going to keep you safer. It was interesting as I was reading this today, they say that ground meat should actually be cooked to a minimum of 160 degrees Fahrenheit because bacteria can spread during grinding. So cooking it a little more thoroughly is a way to keep yourself safer. So I thought, that's good information to have. So ground beef is linked to a higher risk of illness, according to the CDC. Of course, it recommends cooking eggs until the yolk and the white are firm and not runny, and not using them in recipes which call for raw egg. And I know they say that cookie dough is going to kill you. I've tested that a few times. Been lucky so far, but I know I'm always pushing my luck every single time. If you're using a microwave, make sure that you rotate your foods and stir them up so that everything gets cooked thoroughly. Sauces, soups, and gravies should get to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The last practice is chill. So refrigerate your foods quickly. Something I never knew that I found out my husband found out the hard way, is that rice should never be allowed to cool like on the counter. It needs to go from hot straight to cold, which most foods really do. But I think most of my life I'd gotten lucky and just kind of, finish dinner and everything like that, and maybe the rice set out a little bit and then put it away. But we did find out one time he got very, very ill, and I started looking it up and found out rice is one of those things that's very dangerous if you don't chill it right away. It should go from hot straight to cold. So putting foods away, not letting them sit out, refrigerate or freeze your meat, poultry, and eggs as soon as you get them home from the store. Hopefully you're doing that anyway. Never let the raw meat and vegetables sit at room temperature for more than 2 hours before putting them in the refrigerator or freezer. Never thaw food at room temperature. Food must be kept at a safe temperature during thawing. You can thaw them in the refrigerator, in cold water, or in the microwave. Anything that's thawed in cold water or microwave should be cooked immediately. You should marinate your food in the refrigerator and not leave it sitting out on the counter. And divide large portions into several shallow containers so that they can cool down a little more quickly. And then, of course, go through the fridge and discard the stuff that's been in there for a while, because we know that it can pile up, and sometimes you think, oh, that might be all right, and you try it, and then you pay for that later. So just some things to keep in mind on this World Food Safety Day, ways to keep us a little safer from not ending up spending several of our days in the bathroom wishing that the day would just end as quickly as possible. So do those 4 things: clean, separate, cook, and chill this week, all right? Practice that food safety, especially as we go into summer. Not leaving those foods out can make a big difference, all right? Have a fabulous and healthy week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.